There's not a lot going on at the moment, is there?
It's an empty space.
It's an empty space. We better fill it, hadn't we?
Indeed. So, what are we doing today, sir?
What have we got? Well, we've got Uncertain Craig with us from Uncertain Scenery, the expert of BattleTech. He's my mentor, you see. He's my mentor. Expert. He knows things. He knows what that is.
It's a Timberwolf Mad Cat.
I didn't know that. So I do know, for example, because it's a clan box set, it's a clan beginner box set, that clan mechs came on later in the history. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. The people they went away after a big war and they came back, and then all these mechs, no one knew what they were called because no one was telling them. They've all got two names, haven't they? They've got a name that the clan call them.
Yes, and then an Innisphere designation.
There you go. It's all part of the lore. I didn't know that, did you? I bet you out there knew that, didn't you? And you can call me a fool in the comments, and you'd be absolutely correct. So this is from Catalyst Gaming Labs, I think, or Catalyst Game Labs.
Yeah.
The essentially very impressive Kickstarter campaign that they did.
I have none, and I am kicking myself that I didn't during the Kickstarters, all of them, to be really honest.
Because they're great. They can be a bit hard to get. I think it's really worth putting, going to your local friendly gaming store, getting online and putting a request in, put yourself on a list or something, or just plead and go, when they're coming, will you tell me, please? Because I did that. I think I got this one from the Game Domain. I've got some other stuff from Zatu as well. And I contacted both those guys and said, look, I want this. Can you tell me when it's in? And that's exactly what they did. They put pre-orders in for me. So there we go. This is an impressive looking box set. Look, it's deep. It's deep.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
A lot of stuff. It's heavy. What's it got on the back?
5 mechs. You've got 2 bases of elementals, 2 colour maps, punch board of additional Omnimex and terrain.
Oh, so
you got like in that other box set we did.
Yes.
With the extra stuff.
Excellent.
Rule book, record sheets, Clan Invasion primer, a book, novella again, like in the other one.
Oh, right, brilliant.
10 double-sided Mech Warrior cards, 5 double-sided Alpha Strike cards, a reference sheet, and 2 more dice to add to your many millions of dice.
You need more dice.
Of course you do.
You're never enough. Never enough. So we now have to get into this. It's well defended. It's like a clan stronghold, this is. However, can we get into this box?
I have no idea.
I know. We will have to use Caliburn. The Vorpal Blade. In use once again. Let's get into that box, shall we? So let's get in then. Let's get in. Caliburn. Will Caliburn be defeated? The clan are strong, aren't they? The clan are strong.
They are.
You have to make some pretense.
But they were defeated.
They were indeed. I know. I've been listening to some of the lore on Black Pants Legion.
Right.
Very entertaining gent on YouTube. He does gaming as well, computer games and stuff like that. And he does some really good lore videos. Very knowledgeable. And he's really entertaining. His voice is just made for it. And he does music as well and little comedy skits and stuff. So definitely need to get out there and watch.
If you can get some of the original novels, I know they're a bit hard to get hold of now.
Oh, yeah.
But some of those are really good.
We're in. Caliburn has been successful once again in uniting the clans.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm just learning about all the clans and stuff. I'm sure we're going to do a video on that and my idiocy in trying to learn all this. So we're left with this crinkly bit of paper here, which we will dispose of in a very environmental manner. Very good, wonderful. And we're in.
Don't worry, he will throw it away.
I promise I'll do it properly. I do. I promise.
The box is defeating you.
This is the clan technology. I'm not used to it yet. There we go. And I'm going to do it. I'm sorry.
New game smell.
New game, new box smell. Smell the box.
I will smell the new.
Oh, it is good.
It's almost like
don't tell me that's wrong.
It's almost like a new book.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is.
It's new book smell.
So we got. That's what we got.
So on top we have the novella.
Because I've not even read the novella from the other, but is it a different one? Is it?
Yeah, it's a different one. It's a clan one. Because the other one would be an Innisphere one, I think.
Yes, of course.
So these are brand new. I've not read any of these at all. But I've read a lot of the. Well, should we put that over the side over there?
Put it over the side. Who's it by? Is it by the same person?
I can't remember actually.
You
Blaine Lee part of this one, isn't it?
This is a different one because you recognise
Yeah,
the
yeah,
voice of the last one.
Well, we've just lost one of the BattleTech writers. He's just died in the last couple months ago. Robert Thurston, yeah, R.I.P.
Wishes all around him.
Yeah,
So that's a pity.
So we have lost a novel man.
Yeah.
And he did write the Jade Falcon. Is it Jade Falcon? He wrote one of the good clan books. All right, so we have. I think these are.
These are the cards for
warrior books.
Yes.
And cards.
Will we need Caliburn?
You do need Caliburn to get into those. But be careful.
It's not often I have to draw Caliburn from the stone twice in one day. Once in a generation normally, isn't it? Got to be careful there. There we go. Trying to draw away from me in some semblance of health and safety. There we go.
What we have Joshua Ward, which is a Clan Wolf name. That's it. Clan Ghost Bear. Another Clan Wolf person.
I haven't decided what clan I'm going for yet, by the way.
Another Clan Ghost Bear. I like Clan Ghost Bear, but then I played the original MechWarrior 3 expansions and stuff. Clan Wolf, Clan Ghost Bear, these are.
So these are all... I would call them special characters, wouldn't I?
The pilots and names.
Yes.
So you also got a Clan Diamond Shark.
Ooh.
And Smoke Jaguar. And then I think we've got the Alpha Strike cards, yeah. So you've got the Puma, which is the Adder Prime, the Gladiator, which is the Executioner Prime. They've got both names on here. Grendel, which is the Mongrel Prime. And then you've got, the Black Hawk, which is the Nova Prime. And then the Mad Cat, which is the Timberwolf Prime.
So the Mad Cat is essentially, it's the iconic.
So the one in the brackets above is the Inner Sphere name, and the big red one is your clan name. So you have to, when you play clans, you've got to call them by the correct name, so you get called a
filthy surat.
A filthy surat. Yes, you will.
Filthy.
So, and we have obviously another 2 dice to add to your massive collection.
Very important. Very important. Excellent. Well, at least they're nice and chunky dice. I don't see as well as some, and actually having a nice readable dice is good. I'm not a fan. Though they're lovely, I'm not taking the mickey out of them, but I'm not a fan of dice with lots of stuff on them.
Yeah, you're not keen on my Lord of the Rings ones that have got all the elven runes all over them and stuff.
And sometimes they put a picture there and a picture there, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah.
But no, I like those. Those are nice and simple.
So you've got your clan primer,
Excellent.
which I'm sure is...
That's it, the basic rule book isn't in here.
This is all, I'd say,
the maps
and everything.
Oh, 2 maps.
So, but it goes through time. So you've got the Inner Sphere at 3052, and then where the clans are in 3052. So that's just after the invasion, 3052. So we shall put that to one side. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
Oh, and you do get a basic little rulebook. We've also got construction, how to build your Omni mechs.
Wow.
And you've got the clan honor system as well. So
yes, because I've got very advanced stuff.
The Zellbriggen, as it's called, says here.
The Zellbriggen.
Zellbriggen.
If I fought the Inner Sphere, it might be unfair. So there's an honour system that I must adhere to.
It's usually 1-on-1 for most of the flight, but if you start sort of...
If I start primering people.
And then we've got the record sheets for all your different mechs. I think you've got the different versions in here as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look.
Very interesting.
Yeah, you've got the Prime version and the A version, which is like a different ones, and then you've also got some Inner Sphere mechs to fight. So you've got a Locust in there.
Okay.
Commando, Griffin. So all the ones you've got in your other box set.
So I'm already able to do a 2-on-2. Well, a 2-on-1 maybe.
Map I always loved. This is your Can you hold the other side of this? This is a big map. Well, it's not as big as the one I've seen before, but this is the entire Inner Sphere with every single planet on it. So you can bring it all down. So all the planets are named. Goodness. And if you're ever doing the role-playing game, this is your map. I'm telling you, these are awesome.
Well, very nice.
It is nice thick, and
like laminated paper.
We've also got
shiny.
I think this is the Inner Sphere side, and then if you turn it over, yeah, you've got the clan side. This side.
So this is post-clan invasion.
Yes, 3052.
Ooh.
They come in 3049.
Yeah.
I think 3052 is when they stopped on Tukiad, the planet Tukiad.
Ah, Tukiad, the famous battle where
They're stocked by the Comstar.
Yeah, by the British Telecom or
yes, Interstellar AT&T.
Yes, AT&T with lasers. Yeah.
You got another short card for.
And again, does that look like a whole card for the whole game, or does that look like
Yeah,
Alpha Strike?
that's all your rules.
That looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
Not that Alpha Strike isn't amazing if you want to get loads of mechs on the table.
Let me check. Yes, it's got location hits and.
So that's
And
got the whole
heat damage and all the
caboodle.
minuses.
And as I say, and it's indicated also by the number of hits. To say, does that look like Alpha Strike again?
No. Them are full. It's a light mech.
Full hits.
That's a light mech.
Brilliant.
So then we got the cutouts for your mechs, some standees.
And we already have some of this in a previous box set as well.
Yeah,
so
you can build. You can build up your scenery.
Brilliant.
And then we've got two
I've
player
got
mats.
one of
this time.
these in the last box, didn't I? So I'll get this other one out.
Yeah, let's open this one over here. And this one's all hills and woods, like. And I know you spotting. I don't know. Can you see the levels on that?
Do you know? Yes, they've kind of shadowed around. That's really helpful, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've shadowed around here. So I'm not saying I'd be perfect at it, but I can definitely see you've got valleys here.
Well, I was saying at Salute that if you were using my stuff, you could play by Braille.
Indeed.
Because all the hills come up and down. So.
Indeed.
Oh,
so
and you've got.
That's right. So Uncertain Craig is developing three-dimensional MDF battlefields for this.
Ooh, it'd be nice to make some of these hills. Actually, they're quite large.
Oh, that's nice. There's enough open space to have fun here, but enough for people to hide behind as well.
Yeah. Well, this one looks interesting to create in MDF, like it's a big platform. So
I really like that. So it's nice to have two. You know, it feels like a proper sized game. That does. You can use your long range missiles and your heavy lasers and stuff like that.
So let's fold those properly.
Along the long edge.
Yes.
That's what I've noticed there. You fold along the long edge.
I've got some that old. They've been folded many ways.
I tried to fold it that way. Wrong. The long edge first. There we go. Now, what I noticed when I've looked at Craig's boxes that he's got from 80
years ago,
his page is still perfect, and he's played with them too. I don't think I'm going to keep mine as well as that.
And we shall move the base box.
The main event.
And we shall bring in the mechs.
The mechs themselves.
So.
Oh my goodness.
So, do you want to pick the first one?
Shall I just choose randomly because I can't see from all the way over here?
Yeah.
Well, choose this one.
You got some elementals.
Oh, I love these.
So these are.
Now, is that a Philistine thing to say? Am I not meant to like these as much?
No,
I think
I thought they were really good in when they were. To quote me, they're a pain in the arse to Innosphere guys.
Excellent.
So
that's what I want to be, a pain in the arse to Innosphere guys.
Yeah, because they grab on and start ripping holes in your mech and attacking the pilots.
So for the uninitiated, and apologies if you know this already, these are small, power-suited, jump pack capable people, aren't they?
You have genetically engineered big soldiers, so they're bigger than normal people, and that go in those. VAT. Well, it's sort of mixed between VAT and bread.
I see. Yes. Yeah, because the clans, they're not necessarily the good guys, are they? They believe it's quite eugenic.
It's a bit eugenic. It's a bit eugenics. Yeah.
But there are clans who are a little bit softer as well on that, aren't they? That got a little bit more wisdom, perhaps.
So you've got two of these. So you've got two stands.
So
I'll hold this one up
just
close to the camera.
Yes, I love it because you can see they're on their little columns of smoke there as they've. If they triggered the jump jets, are they pretty much the same for both?
Yeah, you got both. They're both the same setup.
So what I guess you could do if you wanted some variations, you could start cutting.
If
one and putting that on there.
Well, these
one of those on there.
This is one star of elementals. So in Innosphere, unit progression is one mech, 4 mechs make a lance. 3 lances make a company, and then up into regiments, which I can never remember and stuff like that. But these go a star, 1 point of a star. 1 point of a star.
And a star, but that's 5 mechs, isn't
5 mechs, and then I think it's a galaxy is 15 points.
It's a lot of mechs though for clan, isn't it?
But you also some of those points will be made up of these guys. So put those down.
They're really good. I love the poses on them.
They are. I've only ever seen the old metal ones, which were tiny and quite not as detailed as these.
Some of them are like crouch poses, ready to leap forward. Really impressive.
So what's the next one?
Next one, we'll choose this one next.
Well, I think according to what it's actually got what it says.
That's really helpful.
So that's an executioner.
It's a weighty piece, that is.
Well,
if I put that in a sock and hit someone with it, it would do damage.
That is it. I'm
my
not entirely
goodness.
sure. I'm going to check the tonnage of that baby.
Check the tonnage. Quite a dynamic pose as well.
Now-
That's got to be 100 tons, isn't it?
The Executioner is a 95
95
ton.
tons. I wasn't far off with my guess of 100 tons.
100
I
tons.
hope that doesn't mean a lot. I hope I haven't really, dropped a clanger there by getting it 5 tons out, as I'm uninitiated.
Its prime one has a Gauss rifle, 2 ER large lasers.
It's a bit of a beast, isn't it?
2 machine guns. So it's not
So
actually.
it can actually defend itself close range.
Yeah, but it's not really a heavily. It's not got a lot of weapons. As we used to say when we used to play, it's got a football field of dots on its chest, so
Yes.
it's armoured to.
So I'm
hell and back.
going to be, and this is very tactical like this. It's going to walk. It's going to walk forwards, taking all the fire while its mates do other
Gauss
things.
gun,
Is that what it's going to do?
long range Gauss gun.
Yeah.
15, 22 hexes for a Gauss gun. So you're the same range there as long range missile launchers.
And it looks, again, I love the pose, it looks like it's loping forwards, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's just coming forwards, very confident in itself. Slight moulding line on the front there. 30 seconds of work and that's gone. But other than that, that is red. That's good to go. It's good to go with a bit of paint. That is, yeah, I'm very impressed with that out there. Great stuff. We're going to go random. I'm going to do that one next.
Okay, so you've got the Nova.
The Nova
Is a 50-ton mech.
Oh, so it's not light. That's kind of a medium, is it? Is that what it would designate as?
Yes. Yeah. It's
The higher end of medium.
It's a
I think
medium.
60 would be
it's a
heavy,
medium
would it?
but it basically just has 12
What?
medium lasers, 6 an arm.
Oh my goodness! Yes, yeah. Look, can you see the fist there? So it's actually got
Yeah.
fist. It's just got a ring of
Yeah.
guns around.
That's
What? 12 medium lasers?
yeah, but that watch your heat go up. It's got many double heat sinks, but still.
I mean, I know next to nothing. I've played like 4 games in my whole life, and I know that that's good.
Well, 36. It's got 36 heat sinks, right?
Right.
That's doubled up already.
Yeah.
18 heat sinks doubled to 36, and you're talking each laser is 5 heat, so at 12 of them,
My
that's
goodness
what
me.
72 heat is that like.
So you'd
Sapphire was
literally
like-
shoot
was
it
it
and
60?
then just stop for 3 turns.
We use
while
fire
you-
6, have a
Yeah.
break, fire 6.
So why would you need? Now here's my noob question for an expert. Why would I need that many guns if firing them all? Is it because I've still got guns if my arm gets shot off?
Yeah,
Is that
or
why I
you
have
can
that?
you can lose weapons, or if you really want to take the heat and shut down, just alpha strike
Just
somebody.
outstrike something, but so this could go up behind some really powerful mech, just behind it, and just blast it to bits.
Yeah, it will probably like overheat.
Sacrificial porn, really, isn't it?
Well, it'll shut down, but you can start it back up again. It won't blow up until you have to roll for the blow up.
Yeah. So it would just stop.
but
and
because
rest.
because it has no ammo, it won't ammo explode.
Ah, well, that would have been useful. Now, what was that big battle with the? What was it called?
Tuckied.
The Tucky would have been useful there.
Well,
See, I'm learning.
They may have
I'm
that
learning.
battle Tuckied.
Yeah. No, and let's have a look at the. So it's now I love, and again I hope I'm not being a philistine by saying this. I love these kind of chicken-legged reverse.
Yeah.
I love that. If I had a whole force full of that,
Locust, Marauder,
yeah, love it. The
Mad Cats, or even a catapult, which is what the Marauder and the catapult were what the Mad Cat was based on.
And that's my favourite aesthetic.
Yeah.
There's no gaming thing there. I don't think there's a great deal of difference.
No, it
is
doesn't make
there?
any difference.
But that's the look I love, and that's why I like this game. It's been developed over so many years. There've been so many little design concepts gone into it. It's great, isn't it? I love the cockpit there. It's more how would I describe the pose? It's more just ready for action. This one, it's just standing still. It looks to me like it's quite low. It's crouched low.
Yes, it's very crouched.
Braced to shoot, and that's how I would describe this one. Let's have a look at the quality of the. I'll let you have a look at the quality of the. It looks good to me. There we go. So no immediate defects there. Throw some paint on, wash it, and it's that's good.
Get all the mould releasing off it if it's got any.
Yeah.
Straight to one of my favourite mechs of all time.
Oh, what do we have
The
here?
Timberwolf
This
or
is-
the Mad Cat.
This is the iconic. This is the phenom.
It's been on the front of every of the rule books for quite a few years now.
This is the Undertaker of mechs. This is the one that people who don't know about it recognise, isn't it? This is the. It's been on computer games, as you say, box sets, and it just looks good. I mean, to me that looks like a Heinkel.
Well, it's
That looks like a
the
German.
cockpit. Yeah.
A German light medium.
The
bomber,
older
that does.
version did look more Heinkel-ish than the new one, to be really honest.
I wonder if there was a design thought there.
And it's a 75-ton mech.
Oh, okay. It's not the heaviest thing on the battlefield, but still pretty weighty.
It can have jump jets if you want to change them.
Really?
Out. Well, the whole point of Omnimex is you can, if you want them to have jump jets, you fit them, and then, but you can also have single-use landing jets. So when they drop out of drop pods, they land with jump jets. Then you dump them.
I believe there's a clan that used to do that on purpose.
You dump them, then wander off.
That's it. They used to deploy from the dropships and a special tactic, dropping into place.
And the standard one has two LRM-20s, which are the two pods on the shoulders.
Massive, and again they're quite iconic.
Has two in its arms. It's got two large lasers, extended range.
Yeah.
Two medium one.
So it's an ER lasers.
ER
Is that what
lasers.
that stands for? Still learning.
So you've got one in each. You've got a large laser and a medium laser in each arm. You've got pulse laser in the torso, which means rapid fire, medium pulse laser, and two machine guns.
So it's got all the guns.
It's an all-rounder.
It's got all, and this is something because obviously for a long time after I start playing this, I'm just going to be playing with the mechs as they come. It's going to take me a while, isn't it, until I learn to build.
Well,
mechs
it does.
And
It's
stuff.
got.
This just seems like well equipped.
This
to
is
start
new
with.
to me that I've noticed on these sheets. They've got a roll, and it does say that this is a brawler.
Okay.
So they've got brawler and sniper and
snipers and yes, like other games you've got tanks and
yeah.
And
So
healers and stuff like
give them
that.
the role.
Yeah.
To the other Omni version of the Mad Cat, which is on here, is a skirmisher. So it's a run in because it must be faster. Yeah, it's faster.
Yeah.
So it's the same speed. So the other one has got two ER PPCs, one in each arm.
Yeah.
No pods on the side.
What?
It's got a Streak SRM6, some 3 medium pulse lasers, and 1 small laser. So it's
Slightly closer range.
Well, yeah,
It can still handle itself while it's getting
the
there.
PPCs have got your long range attacks, and you know the damage.
Yeah.
Hand out,
Yeah.
and then obviously the 3 medium pulses and the Streak SRM6 when you're in close.
It's not moving faster. It's just got a weapons loadout that means you are feeling more comfortable.
It's a run and gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a run and gun.
I'm so pleased to have this. I finally own one after all these years. You know what I mean? I'm proud. I'm a proud father.
I always wanted the 28mm one.
I think we might have one somewhere.
Oh dear. Ooh.
We might.
I know there's an STL ready to be printed on my computer.
There are some great ones, aren't there?
Yeah.
Out there. What about Catalyst is they don't mind. Now I would always buy this because I want to support what Catalyst are doing in keeping this wonderful game going. But they don't mind because they can't get everything out all the time. They can't provide everything to everyone. They don't mind if you 3D print your models. So amazing, and that means I'm going to buy more of their stuff too. So well done to you, Catalyst. The Adder.
Now this is I think it's a 45 ton, slightly smaller.
Massive kind of cowling over it. Massive kind of armoured plate.
It's a 35 ton.
35 ton.
It's a light mech. And the basic Prime model, which is the one you get before you modify it, has 2 ER PPCs, one in every in
wow,
the arm.
Okay.
A targeting computer, which means you get
so it's
pluses to hit.
Pluses to hit.
And a flamer for up close.
Oh my goodness! So if the enemy hit me with infantry or light tanks and stuff.
Well, you come up and you can flame mechs, and it takes their heat up to shut them down.
Oh.
So you can flame mechs and shut them down.
Oh, so this is quite a light mech as well. Is it quite speedy?
Yeah.
How fast? Is it?
It's a 6.9, so that's quite
speedy. Quite speedy.
Yeah.
So you can pop along because that's how they move.
It's not a locust. You know, it's not an 812.
No. No, it's not. But no, that's really. I like the sound of that. That's kind of a tactical
quite nice.
on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 LPPCs. As it says on the roll, its roll is a sniper. You set the back, and basically the flamer keeps the troops off you.
I like this cowling. It's like it's almost built to come up underneath another mech like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see a story there of other mechs like beating down it with fists and that shielding it. I don't know if that's part of the design concept.
It may have been developed on, like, say, a high gravity world or something like that. Because remember, they're in different worlds out in the. There are histories behind the creation of them, but
Again, it's kind of got the reverse chicken leg stuff. That looks very depressed.
Yes.
Looks like it's definitely crouching down, I would say.
Yeah.
Ready to spring forwards.
In the Ed 209 sort of...
Absolutely. And because it doesn't matter for the gameplay.
No.
You can't model for advantage in this.
No.
You're not looking for a gun sticking out behind a thing. It's just the level that you're at, and all the mechs have got the right level, and where you are on the terrain. So if I'm behind a hill, my mech might stand above the hill on its top half.
All mechs are classed as, even if they're between light and heavy, are classed as sort of 2 levels high.
There you go. So that's not. So you can model it as you like, and it's not going to give you any game advantage. It's purely aesthetic, which is all good, I would say.
As we say, the basic rules are more instead of more realistic, they're more simulation.
So yeah, a simulation, absolutely.
So
and people, I think, find that kind of believability and plausibility in how the weapons affect systems and eat away at armour, and they get really involved in that. So I think that's where the plausibility comes from.
You know, the correct way, you can lose like legs and part of a leg, or even joints. So you can, if you take like a leg actuator out, you affect your movement, so you're moving slower.
And the torso twist, I think, feels quite
that's a nice
real, doesn't it?
Yes,
lovely.
You can do drive-bys.
Absolutely.
So if you torso twist in and keep moving,
Absolutely.
That's what you do. Do a drive-by.
I don't know of many games that do that either.
No, it's very unique. So this is a Grendel. This is one
a
I don't know.
So this is interesting. This is a kind of more, I would call this a humanoid mech.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's, sorry if that's not a good term.
Well, the Grendel I don't know. So this is a new one on me.
A lot of the inner sphere stuff's more humanoid, isn't it? But there are some great humanoid type.
I've never
mechs
been a
in the
fan.
clan.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the 4-legged mechs.
There were 4-legged mechs. Yes, I've seen them in a book that you have.
There are 2, and a spider was not a big fan of.
But these have got normal legs. This is actually the first ones that I've seen. They've got normal legs. Most of these have got like chicken legs. Apart from him. But he's mighty. He's mighty on his own. Which one was that one? The big.
That's the executioner.
The big lad. Yeah, the executioner's just. I don't care. He's got normal legs. He's just so mighty. I love him anyway.
With the Grendel that you own, is a jump capable mech.
Oh, brilliant!
So it's got a movement of 7 walking, 11 running.
Oh, okay.
7 jump. That's a big jump.
That's pretty. That's
a long range jump.
Right, he's an auto take. I need some lighter stuff.
Says he's a striker. So that's yeah. And it comes with 2 ER medium lasers, 1 ER large laser.
Ooh, okay.
They're all spread out. You've got another ER medium laser, an ER small laser, and 1 Streak SRM6. So if you look at the shoulder,
SRM6, that an anti-missile system?
No, that's a short-range missile system. If you look at its shoulder, it's in its right shoulder. There's 6 holes.
Little holes there.
So that's the missile system in its arm.
Just there.
Yeah.
And they're little
in
holes.
Its right torso, as it
why
says.
Why am I surprised at this? But everything is proportioned correctly, and if it's a thing, it's on the model.
Yeah, and the head should have a laser hole in it. So in the head section should
be. The head indeed has a little laser hole there.
And then you've got ER small laser and ER large laser in the right arm. So this one's 2 lasers. And in the left arm, you should have 2 medium lasers, which are just either side of his hand.
Someone has sat down and thought about this, haven't they?
They are well designed.
And I understand as well that the tonnage of the mechs is represented by essentially the amount of resin or plastic in the model.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is a 95-ton mech. That is a
35
ton mech, and that's why that's so much smaller. And I know that sounds obvious, doesn't it? But in previous iterations, that's not always been true.
No. Sometimes the actual amount of lead that we use in the mech was a little off kilter.
No disrespect to those fine modelers in the technology they were using at the time.
So 35 ton over here. We've got a 45 ton jump capable. You got your 50 ton, and then you've got your 75 ton and your 95 ton. And then you've
got support. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so. You're more of an expert than I. Is that a force that we've got there? Have I got something I can use?
Yeah. You're mixing
I could pick 5 of those.
But then also because they're configurable to the mission, they've only got 2 versions in here. So you've got 5 different versions. Plus, you can also build your own.
Yes, there might be scope for magnetisation as well if I wanted to get, but I'd have to collect a lot. I don't know where I would get parts from.
No,
I'd have to proxy when I start playing, I think, but I would eventually like to.
Most say, you know, it's Mad Cat, so most people know, and you say, well,
These guys have tried really hard here to model these properly.
I think
I want to respect that.
I think they're modelled in the prime aspect, not in any of the variations.
If I use the beta, epsilon, whatever version, or however they describe it.
A, B, C's and D's.
That's it. If it's got a cluster of machine guns on it rather than lasers, I'd actually quite like to represent that somehow. So a bit of a job that though. Bit of a job. So maybe
I think you'll have problems.
We'll one day see kits where you have different arms and stuff that you can tack on.
That would be
That would
nice.
be mint, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just so you get a big box of different arms and guns and things, and you can just jury.
But as the list of guns is like almost a page long, that would be very difficult.
There's a lot. That may be unfair to ask Catalyst to do. But for the moment, what I'm feeling is I've got something here. I'm not going to win tournaments with, but that's not what I'm doing this for. What I have got is I've got stuff there that I can put on the board and have a jolly good go with.
To me, I would leave if you're going, because obviously you've got a star.
You've got a star there of the mechs alone, yes.
But if you want to go and have a bit closer up,
Yeah.
I'd probably get rid of the Executioner.
Yeah, and have a star of elementals instead. I mean, a point of elementals instead.
Yes, I've a point of elementals like that. So you've got like a nice light, almost like
what
with a bit of heavy weight.
Will I have these hankers? I'm told these can ride into battle on Omnimex. Is that true?
Yeah, there's handholds.
Wow.
So, because they only move, these only move 1 hex a turn on the ground.
So they're not going to ground pound up the board.
And they can jump, I think. They've got jump 2. Mm-hmm. They've probably got the stats for them actually in the record. Yeah, movement point 1, jump 3. There you go.
Okay.
So they move 1 point to turn. One movement point to turn.
Do they have heat?
Well, they've got a small laser.
Yeah. And a missile launcher.
And but once the missile launch is fired, it's a one-shot job.
That's fine.
And they eject it.
Yeah. And there are special rules for them attacking knees and.
Yeah, they're basically attacking. They can. You've got swarm attack modifiers. There you go.
There you go. But so they don't move over. So their real method of getting into battle is hanging off the side of a mech.
Well, it's got here transport positions table.
Ooh.
So, if you've got a number of troopers, so say you've got 5, they're all over the location. So you roll, and you can shoot them off as you come up. So essentially, the hang on. So I can shoot the mech with.
So they're hanging off an arm, and you shoot the arm. There's a chance that they'll get shot.
Well, no.
Off
If you've got a mech an elemental, say hanging off the centre torso, and I shoot your centre torso, there's a chance I'll either blow the elemental off before coming through your armour.
Wow. Oh, okay. So I can use my elementals as extra armour. Not that I would do that. That would be a horrible thing to do.
Yeah.
So these would be. So I've got this little fast mech here, for example. I might hang them off him and try and take an objective. Or something like that. Is that what I don't
know the exact rules, but there may be a certain tonnage that they can only hang on to.
I see. So it might be too small to do that on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how you would take an objective. I'm very interested in objective-based games, me. I want to be taking
Most BattleTech games I've had were blow each other up until we all die. But I did do a role-playing game once where I had like 3 company of mechs, and all my role players had their own mechs.
Yes. Great stuff.
And I DFA'd one. And he'd lost his pilot.
Oh,
death from above. Straight through the skull.
Super stuff.
Through the cockpit. So
there is. Now I can't remember how much it cost. I do remember being very pleased with it, and I'm still very pleased with it.
I took the price label off before coming into this little video.
Indeed.
And yeah, I'd pay that price.
Absolutely. It's because it's foolish we put the price now. I might ping it up on the screen or something, but it's going to change over time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But but the price was good. You can get discounts all over the place nowadays, can't you? So I got one from. I got a discount on the quoted price from Game Domain. Again, Zatu have done that for me as well.
Nice.
And I think Zatu, they have this weird thing. If you buy more than one system, they give you a special discount. Because they're trying to promote, and Game Domain, they will definitely give you a discount as well, especially if you go online for them. So, and anywhere does, I think that's the way to go, isn't it? It's to support your hobby and go and use different traders and get out to your local town and see if there's a shop there.
Support your geek shops.
All your geek shops, definitely support those. And there's a rise also in kind of gaming areas. The shops are doing more than they used to. they're doing meet and greets and gaming conventions, and you can go along and they'll have a BattleTech night, or they'll have a bolt action night, or Warhammer night, or whatever, won't they? And that's really, really positive too, and of course card games. So I'm even more excited. I've been excited for ages, and thank you for coming along Uncertain Crate, because it's just added to my level of excitement just to get these things on my hand. I'm even more excited.
I just want the miniatures, because I'm looking at these and I am utterly jealous.
We're slavering.
I've got the old miniatures, and these are just so much better.
They're great, aren't they? And there's nothing wrong with the old miniatures for the technology and the art and craft that was needed to sculpt those at the time. But these are special, aren't they? I'm feeling it. Very good. So that is what's the official name of it? Make sure I've got the name.
Clan Invasion box.
Clan Invasion box with all that stuff in it, all the models.
Yes, all the cards.
Get one, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Really. And I'm sure there's an Inner Sphere version.
That's the main box set, I think.
And then, as I say, there are some that you might not be able to get hold of, but just 3D print them, or get a proxy, or look on eBay or something. But obviously, support Catalyst Gaming Labs at the core of that, and make sure that this system continues to be developed and continues to be supported. So I don't know what advice. I normally end with some advice for those mech warriors out there. If they're sitting in their cockpit, scared of that first.
Make sure your cooling system works.
I think that's jolly good. That brilliant advice, and thank you for that.
Make sure your cooling system works.
Make sure your cooling system works. Take care, everyone. Take care. Bye.